Hello again, Shane here. Today I'm going to basically show how to make 3 slip knots using paracord, survival cord, and these slip knots would be used in a survival situation to make a snare wire for catching small game. And I'm going to start with the first one I'm going to do is called a poacher's noose. And a poacher's noose, basically we start off, we're going to take our paracord and we're going to fold it and we're going to give it a bite right here and take the working end. We're going to wrap the working end around 1, 2 full times, okay? 2 times. And then we're going to feed the working end back through 1, 2, the 2 laps that we done. We're going to put it right back through both of them, okay? So try to leave it a little bit loose. The looser that you can leave it, the easier it will be to feed. There you are. So there it's come through, and I'm just going to tighten that down, and there you have it. Now that is a poacher's noose. Okay, it has 2 bands on it, and it's a slip knot. And once it's tightened up, generally speaking, they stay pretty tight on the animal's or the game's neck. They don't back off very easily, actually. As you can see, my finger's turning color. If I was an animal trying to escape, it wouldn't happen. Back it off, you just grab it, pinch it, and pull back. Okay, so I'm going to undo that, and basically to undo it, I'm just going to back off a little bit, and I'll pull my working end back up through, back up and through, and unravel it. This time I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I'll create the bite here, and by bite, this is a bite, just pinch it. Go 1, 2, around fully, and then take your working end, 1, 2 wraps, and go right back through the 2 wraps. Okay, so you've gone 1, 2, and you've come over and you're going back through the 2 wraps that you've done, and you're going to tighten it down like this. Okay, that's how it'll look on one side, and that's how it'll look on the other side, just a double layer. And again, it's just a nice cinch knot. Okay, nice slip knot, and once it tightens up, it doesn't loosen itself, doesn't undo itself very easily, so the animal will stay caught once he's into the trap. Okay, so we back it off just by pinching on it and pulling on the cord. Now I'm going to undo this, just back it off a little bit, pull that back through. Now we're going to do the scaffold. Okay, the scaffold is the same thing. We're going to take our cord, we're going to bend it the exact same. The only difference that we're going to have in this one is we're going to have a 3rd wrap. Okay, so instead of 2 wraps, we're going to do 3 wraps. And all that this does is give a better or stronger knot, and a stronger knot would be used for a larger game. So create your bite, and then take your working end, and go over 1, 2, try to keep it loose so that you can work it. 3, then once you got it up to here, start feeding it back through your 3. 1, maybe I don't have quite enough line, enough cable. 1, 2, 3, yeah, I got it. Okay, that's all I want to do there, is just get that out. I like them nice and clean like this here. Okay, now that is called the scaffold knot. The scaffold knot, once you get an animal pulling in it, will just cinch up. It's a bit stronger of a knot, okay, than the poacher's noose. It'll give more tension, and it grips better. When an animal is cinched into this, it grips better around the animal, and you can just pull it off like this. So one more time, undoing it's fairly easy. We'll go from the last cord here, and we'll pull back on that. That comes out nice and easy. Okay, I'm going to give myself a little bit more working end, just for ease of show. Okay, so here we go. We take the paracord, fold it, give it a pinch, take the working end, wrap it 1, 2, 3 full times. 1, 2, 3. The working end comes back here. We're going to put the working end all the way through. And then you can see this side is the slip, and this side is the knot. So we're going to use both ends of this, and we're just going to tighten it up slowly and create the scaffold knot. And that's it. That's all there is to that. Okay, that's how it should look when it's finished. And then when an animal does go through again, you'd pull on that, that would tighten up, and it doesn't back off very easily. Okay, so that's the second knot that I wanted to show you today for basic survival, for setting up your basic survival snare. Okay, so let's pull that back out. All these knots come apart nice and easily. If you tighten them up too much, of course, you'll have a bit of a go. Now the last knot that we're going to make today is called the Canadian gem knot. Now this is the smallest and easiest of the three, and it's fairly simple. We're going to start with just a basic, we're just going to put a basic knot into our paracord. And this knot is just for pinching on so that we can back it off later. If we've got an animal on and it cinches up, we want to have that there so that we can easily open the noose. Okay, this one we don't have to create a bite. We're just going to take the end, we're going to go over the top like this, and then we're going to go all the way around like that. And that's what we're going to create. Okay, so over the top, under, and then like that. We're going to create that, and the working end is going to go back through here and under here. Okay, and we're going to use, this is the slip end and this is the knot end, and I like to pull on this end here. I don't like to pull, you could pull this down, but I like to keep this working knot as close to the slip knot as possible. Okay, so, or the Canadian gem knot as possible. So I like to do this and back it right down. There you have it. That's all there is to that. That's a really easy slip knot. You can see if an animal was to go through that and just keep going, it would just cinch right up on it. It doesn't back off easily. Okay, once it's tightened up, it stays tightened up. Then when you go to get the animal loose, you have this knot. You're just going to pull on this knot to back it off, and out it comes. Okay, it's a really easy breakdown knot. You're going to just take the two ends like this, and you're going to pull them through, and there you have it. Okay, you don't have to do much. Just pull the knot over. It'll just undo itself. Okay, so one more time. We've already got our working knot in on our working end, and we're just going to fold it. We don't have to create no bite. There's no bite on this here. We're just going to go over the top, wrap it all the way under, back over here like this, and we're going to take the working end and go through and grab it down here, and then we're going to work the knot from the top, the slip knot, the gem knot from the top here, and that's our slip area, and that's our knot area, and there you have it. Boom. Okay, catch an animal, use the knot to back it off, just pull this and boom, it comes out nice and easily. And when you're done, you can go out and set another snare somewhere else. Anyway, that's it. That's all there is to it. I hope that was helpful. My next video, I'll go up into the forest and I'll actually set the snare up. I'm not going to try to catch animals because I haven't checked the laws in Japan here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to set the snares up and show how to prepare the most basic snare for survival. And that'll be in the next video. So I hope this was helpful, and I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to showing you the next stage of this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.